Hey traders, this is Ron Haidt at Market Tamer. Hope you guys had a great day. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involves risk, and specific financial issues should always be addressed with your financial advisor. Markets were up again today. S&P added 0.32% according to the SPY. Again, the target remains 280. Everything is bullish across the board. Take a look at the Qs. They tacked on a whole whopping 12 cents. They're still flirting with this 200-day SMA on the daily chart, which is the purple line, but everything else is bullish. Qs are too. It's just taking its time. Here are the mid caps. They were up 0.55%, hitting the 200-day moving average. They get above this area. All-time highs are the target, and that is up around 370. So from a symmetry standpoint or just a visual standpoint, MDY here looks the cleanest if it breaks above the 200-day. And we just take a look at the DIA, the diamonds. They still have some other peaks to get above, but they tacked on 0.5% as well. I'm taking a look at XLY, which is a discretionary ETF. We have what I would call it's good enough for head and shoulders, which is bullish for the whole market. You know, if you start looking at the different ETFs, which we have been, if it clears ballpark this 111-ish, 112-ish area, then all-time highs, 117.50. It did recently retest the 20-day EMA on the downside. I would continue to use the red line, which is a 20-day EMA, as a trailing stop here. If it gets below there, that would kill the short-term bullish trend. We talked about PDCE last night. Not a bad move, 5% today. So here's how I play this if I want to be bullish on PDCE. The 20-day in red also would be the end-of-day trailing stop. Again, it's a moving average that seems to work more than it doesn't, and play around with it in a paper trading account. It doesn't cost anything. It's free to learn. But now that we have this little bit of a breakout, the target's going to be somewhere up in here, maybe even the 200-day. And what's interesting is the volume's been pretty solid too. We also took out the previous high. Face plant, FB. It is ever so slightly breaking down. Now, it hasn't broke the intraday low on 2.4, which was 163.62. We're about 90 cents away from doing that. That's sort of the last leg it can stand on before a gap fill becomes a high probability technical target. We could also argue that, well, you know, the red line here, the 20-day EMA, acted as support a couple times. Yes, that also could be the target. The big target is down here. Point being, if I was short-term bullish on Facebook, today's a warning shot because you closed below the last couple days where we had that reversal. We then get below the 2.4 low on a closing basis, which is 163.62. If you're short-term bullish, it's over. Now it's a gap fill. As long as we keep above the red line, the bulls have the edge over that. We get down here. We then want to watch the 50-day. So Facebook's starting to roll over here. LPX, Louisiana Pacific, nearly a 10% jump today on massive volume. This is sort of a weird inverted head and shoulders, more slanted. But the bottom line is it cleared the 200-day. For a little stock, the target, basically the previous highs, 10+% higher, just north of 31. Here is Hilton Hotels, HLT. They had a good earnings report. Looks like they're able to have some higher prices as well. That's good for the hospitality industry. Your immediate target right now is going to be around 82 bucks and then back up here towards 83, 84. With Hilton popping, it also helped Marriott, which acquired Starwoods. They have a little hook here. This is now looking almost like a cup and handle. Target 200-day, which coincides with this little double top in November. You get above the 200-day and you take out those two previous peaks. There's now nothing that stands in its way until the last two peaks, which is right around the 132 area. Not a bad little move. And then there was Wyndham Worldwide, WYND, or Wyndham Destinations, you could say. So we highlighted this before when it got above the 200-day. If I zoom in here, right here. Well, now we're just up, down, with nice little ebbs and flows. It's doing well too. I would probably say 48, 49-ish, and just keep going to these different peaks. But the hotels overall looking pretty good. And then NVDA, remember, earnings tomorrow night on Valentine's Day. So just be prepared for that. We talked about a paper trading example in an earlier video just a couple days ago. And with that, I wish you and yours a very happy and safe Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take good care.